3.5, we're going to deal with what if it's not in slope-intercept form. So what is slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. What is the rate of change? The rate of change is the slope, which is m. What is b? B is the y-intercept, which is, I don't know why I did that. B is the y-intercept, and it's where you have 0 on the x and then y, and I don't know why it got blurry. We're going to hope there we go. All right, standard form. Standard form looks like this. AX plus BY equals C. So do you see the difference? The x is over here. The y and x both have a coefficient, and then the constant's over here. Well, this isn't b yet. That's why I'm not calling it that. And this isn't the slope yet because it's not in slope-intercept form. There's usually only 2 steps to get from standard form to slope-intercept. Sometimes there's 1 step. So first you add or subtract your x term. So I want this x term over here because remember, I'm trying to get it into y equals mx plus b. Then I divide by the coefficient of y to get y alone. Then since I'm dividing everything, I split that fraction into 2 different terms and then simplify fractions. So really the main 2 steps are these. Subtract the x, divide by what's in front of the y. The rest of it's just simplifying and rewriting. So let's do an example. Let's look at this one. This is going to be a 1-step one. This will be nice. I want y alone on this side of the equal sign. So the first thing I do is get rid of the x's. So I get rid of the whole x term, minus 2x. Can you really take an x from a constant? No, you can't really subtract. So all you did really was rewrite it. Now, remember we're trying to get y equals mx plus b, so I want that x term first. So I'm going to put my negative 2x first. Then I want plus b. 8 is positive. So I put plus 8. This one was 1 step because now y is alone. There was nothing in front of y to divide by. Let's look at a 2-step one. Remember, my goal is to get y alone and have y equals mx plus b. The first thing I do is get rid of the x's. Let's just rewrite this. 4y equals negative 3x plus 16. All I did was rewrite it and change the order. I didn't do any sneaky math there. Now, I need to get rid of that 4. The way I get rid of a coefficient, since it's multiplied, is to do the opposite, which is divide. I have to divide everything, all the terms. Excuse me, I have to divide all the terms. So now I have y equals negative 3/4 x. That's as simplified as that gets. Plus 16 divided by 4 does divide nicely into 4. Let's do a couple more. So let's look at this number 3. First, you take away the x term. Now, remember that minus attaches as a negative. Let's rewrite it and put the x first. Come on, you can do it. And then I want to get rid of the negative 3. So I divide everything by negative 3. Now, I'm sorry this is blurry, there's an imaginary 1 in front of that x. So if you look at just the numbers attached to x, you have a negative 1 over negative 3. If you're bad at simplifying fractions, put that in the calculator, let it simplify it for you. It's 1/3 x, and then 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. Negative becomes your minus. So now I have y equals 1/3 x minus 3. I need a new document camera. I really want to show you this last example. I really hope it decides to quit being blurry. So I want y alone. I'm going to get rid of the x term. If you can't see that, that's a 5x. So I'm going to take away the 5x. Now, I know you probably can't see this, but that's a negative y. It's a minus y, which becomes my negative. Let's rewrite this and put the negative 5y, because 5x, I subtracted 5x. And then this is a positive. If it had been a negative 10, I would have put a minus. But since it's a positive 10, I put a plus. Now, what is in front of the y? What's the coefficient of y? All that's there is a negative. Okay, that's like a negative 1. There's an imaginary negative 1 there. So let's divide everything by negative 1. Because remember, I want y by itself. I don't want negative y. So I'm going to put y equals, now negative 5 divided by negative 1 is just 5. 5x, 10 divided by negative 1 is negative 10. Y equals 5x minus 10.